Hey guys, it's been a while since I uploaded a video and I wanted to show you guys my new, well, not new, but new to you guys tractor. I got this 5 weeks ago, because it was the beginning of school. It is a Murray 2003 lawn tractor. I think it's a 2003. It's a 2003, that's right. Before it had the fugly, homey ass looking hood on it, and it had the mower deck, and I got it from my grandmother. My grandfather bought it, so they could mow the yard. They only had a little, I don't know, quarter-acre yard, so I just bought this so they could mow it, and it had this homely ass looking hood, had the 42-inch deck and everything on it. Which, a fun fact is that I didn't know this, but the belt for the mower deck, if you kind of shrink it down a tad bit, it's the same size as a drive for this mower. So I thought that was pretty cool. You have to adjust some of the pulleys so it fits, but it's only like half an inch shorter. This is a tractor now. This was for the hood mounts. This down here, those two were for the deck mounts, and those are mounted to the frame, and those are thicker steel, so I left those on. The bolt's gone and that, but I left those on so that if I get stuck, there's a good toe point on it instead of going around the axle and potentially bending the steering, which I already have. But got a little big, was half-inch bolt, 3/4-inch bolt from a power line down the road. Don't need to talk about that, but the only thing I have invested in this so far is new fuel filter, new fuel line, new carb, which is 35 bucks, oil filters original, and 9.5-inch tires on the back. That's it. Everything else original, except for the fact that it doesn't have a hood and no mower deck, which before it had a pretty good lift clearance without the wheels on it. It had 6 inches lift clearance from the transmission, which is a pretty common transmission on this. So I think I'm going to send it out to a friend of mine. He can, either that or I'll go over to his house sometime this next summer, and I want to beef that transmission up, make it super beefy. 18 horsepower motor, gas. We had to adjust the, I can't remember what you call it now, but the valves. We had to adjust the valves. Those are quite a bit loose. They were supposed to be at 5,000. They were at like 12. So that worked out pretty good. I haven't broke the transmission yet, which kind of surprised me. When I first got it for the first week, every day I go out and do wheelies because I didn't have school. So it was 4 weeks ago I got it, because school was now almost the 5th week. So for the first week I do as many wheelies as I could every day. And then I finally broke the belt down the trail. Well, see, I've had some wear on the tread. I tell you, this is a wicked torquey motor like that. That Aaron's. That's a 22 horse. This tractor, my dad got it, I think a couple years after I was born. 22 horse. The only thing we've ever done to this, we've done a fuel filter, we've done oil change, and a fuel filter, and that's it. Now this gets used every weekend, because most of the time I use it to pull this cart when it gets full with horse crap. But the transmission and this, where it's in neutral now, that's basically in gear. And it goes all the way back is about half a mile an hour. So I'm gonna, because we store these up back during the winter. I store this up back during the winter because my father gave it to me as a mowing present, because I mow the neighbor's yard for, whatever. So this one gets used once a week now, weekend, and I just left it out because, I don't know, I feel lazy. So all the way is like that. If you push it, it won't go any further. That's max speed in idle, full, everything. So I gotta before winter hits, I'm gonna take this up back, park it, take the tranny out, put it up on a couple jack stands, put some trash bags around it so nothing gets you all rusty. Take the transmission out, work on that over the winter. That's going to stay out over winter because that was the first time I've ever got this, so I want to play with that. You can see the front end's a little bit bent in, which is not a big deal. But you can see, if I zoom in, oh, crap. You see that side right there, that's bent down more than that side, which I'm going to put a heavy duty front end in that, or I'm just going to weld one up next spring. That's basically not going to be touched until next spring. Nothing's going to be messed with. It's going to get cleaning every now and then just to make it look nice, which is a pretty big surprise for me. But so this, back to this, ever since I was old enough to drive it, we'd have a little lot up back that I would say we borrowed from a friend, and he's okay with it, that we would haul big logs off of big, not like king pine trees, but just regular pine trees, because we live in Maine. Not king pine, I don't touch those. I like to keep those there. Like that right there, that's king pine, so I leave that stuff. That, I used to haul friggin', I don't know, 300-400 pound logs. I just tow a strap to the back of it and I go with it. You see the back kind of bent down a little bit, but so this doesn't get used very often. Had this tire replaced, that tire replaced, that side, both those original. So we just had to put a battery in because I left the lights on quite a few times and drained the battery, and battery's bad. So we just got a new one from Track Supply for like 30 bucks. So back to this. This is going to be a beefy ass tractor. It's not going to be a show tractor at all. It's going to have, you can see I got two little bolt holes right in the top there, so I can put a milk crate in there. I can throw my MS 170 in there, go down and cut some wood and all that crap. So those are running on 9.5s in the back, and I think those are 6s on the front. The front's going to have a slight bigger tire. It's going to have as big of a tire as I can get before I start to hit this floorboard. I want to leave that. They're going to be kind of like the back tire, maybe a little bit less aggressive, so that turning in the mud will kind of somewhat grab. And I want to put in between a 20 to 25 horse diesel on this. I don't care if we have to make one, I don't care. It's going to have that by the end of the next couple years. I'm hoping to get this done before I leave, because I'm 15 right now. I'm going to leave at 18. So hoping to have this done before then. The backs are going to have wicked aggressive tires. I'm going to have an adapter for the transmission, so it goes from a lawnmower adapter to a four-wheeler adapter. So it's a four-wheel, so it's a four-lug instead of one E-clip, which is fine. It's not, I've never had a tire fall off it. Those things freaking suck if you don't have a air tank with a nozzle on a beater. They just freaking suck, because it's about halfway on the rim when you put them on. They were fine getting them on, but we had to waste so many cans of starting fluid to get one tire on, and then the next one that popped right on because an UPS guy crushed it. So that one actually went on pretty easy. I was surprised. So it's gonna have a four-wheel lug. It's gonna have 6-inch bigger tires on the rear. It might have 3-inch bigger tires, and I'm gonna have tires that I might have to get them made, honestly. I think I'm going to, because we had to search all day and night for these tires. Because I figured, 8.5, that'll be fine. Then 9.5, it's the same on my go-kart if you've seen that. Which that's out of work for a little while right now. That needs a throttle cable, which I have. I just haven't put it on. The mower needs to be adjusted. The belt needs to be adjusted. It needs a new front tire. And the shocks are freaking iffy. So back to this. This is going to have about 2 or 3 inch tread on it. They're going to have like what the 1000 Renegades have, those 2 or 3 inch tread on it. I don't care if I have to cut this out, this side piece. I'm probably going to have to. Take the cup holder out, take all that special crap out, and make it a 2 to 3 inch tread, which are going to be freaking wicked for this, because this was 6 miles an hour with the original tires on it, which are exact same as those, just on the rear. A little bit bigger, but 8 inch, not 6 inch. So that was 6 miles an hour. It's 6 miles an hour now. It's actually 7 going downhill. I never got to go above 6. But imagine the extra weight of the tread and all that retarded crap. And plus I put on a couple pounds, but so it's gonna have a heavy duty transmission. It's gonna have 2 or 3 inch tread. I might be able to just get tires like this and just have a guy make them for me, because I know a guy that can do that for me. Or I can just, it'd be a lot hard for me to do it, but I can ask a guy to do it for me. So it's got a belt drive. You might not be able to see it. You can see the belt right there. That's the wire, but the belt right there, which it's good and all, but after, because we had to move it around, because I thought it went on this side of the steering, because see, it's welded and it's the paint's been rotting away from the belt. It's never been, nothing's been done to this since factory, so I imagine that's the way it's supposed to be. Now the belt's wearing super fast, and going up a hill like that, like this right here where it's got the marks, that on full throttle it dies right down. You have to put it down to, because it's got, I do like this instead of having the, because this is just a mower, I do like having the foot pedal instead of having the automatic, which just is automatic, but I like that better than having a hand one than up here. But full throttle, it slips pretty bad. You have to come down to half an inch below neutral, so it's kind of hard to describe, but that's about what it to go. It is wicked torquey. I know I've said that before, but I just want to make that clear. This is a freaking torquey ass lawnmower. I mean, that snow trailer over there, that I have a 2-inch ball for that in here, along with the milk crate and all the attachments and all that crap. I had a 2.5-inch ball, which I had to cut spacers out of some railroad track, which we don't need to mention either. And it hauled that. When we first put the belt on, parents went away for a couple days, I hauled that around the yard about 10 times. And it never bent a thing. And those are loaded with 2 Skidoo 850s, 900, whatever. It's my parents' sled, so I don't know. You can see it's wearing down a little bit, which don't matter. This back piece is going to get replaced, because it's just a couple screws and it mounts to the frame. That's going to get replaced with 1/4-inch steel, which I might have to heat and bend. I don't care. That's what's going to happen. That's going to be the first thing that happens next summer. So I can, because you can see this is bent down, which wasn't from that. It was actually from hauling a log. I left the ball on there and I just tied around it, and it such a high area to pull, it just bent it right down. So that's gonna have 1/4-inch plate steel. The back to the belt drive, that's gonna have a, I want to try and make a chain drive instead of having the belt drive. It might be too much for this lawnmower, it might be too complex for this lawnmower, so we might just have to stick with the belt drive and just have to beef the pulleys up and make a really freaking big belt for it so it doesn't wear down so bad, because this is going to be a mud tractor and a pole tractor. That's why it's going to have such aggressive wheels and such aggressive transmission. First, I'm going to put the big wheels on and then leave the transmission. I'm just going to break the transmission to the point where it breaks, because it's like a $200-300 transmission, brand freaking new in the box, so I don't care. Again, big beefed up mower, motor, a little tired today. 20-25 horse diesel. I'm hoping it has the same exhaust as what's on this. I might just have to leave this motor on it and just get a 22 horse like what's on that, because this is a Briggs & Stratton, but that's a 22 horse Briggs & Stratton, which I don't feel a huge difference. This is way torqueier than that, though, which kind of surprised me. But I want to somewhat have the same exhaust system on this, because this pipe, I want, before I change motor, I might not even be able to change motor. I'm just going to have the pipe go straight down, go underneath this floorboard a little ways, come straight out like a car muffler, like a motorcycle muffler I want to put on this. You'll see where the bolts jiggled out on the exhaust, and that's held it on by some Jimmy Biggin, and I was kind of surprised because what this top cover's held on by is these hex heads. Freaking snap. It wasn't even in there. I just put in a snug so I'd go around and play with it for a couple days and it broke off. So, the